Hello friend and welcome back once again to Strategic Command WWII World at War. This episode is brought to you by Poomnerau. A support like his makes it possible for me to make extra videos. So if you would like to see some more as well, head down to patreon.com, see which level of support suits you. And with that said, let's continue. We have some things to deal with here. Okay. So we know that they have units up in there, but I still rather need to investigate. Now, that is already not looking too fancy. A 1-1. That would indicate that at the very least I would need to get a second unit in there. Potentially even to get through Chittagong. Alright, well, come on. Yes, that's looking real good. Nice. Can we enter the city? Are you kidding me? I cannot enter the city with any unit. That is... yeah, okay. Wow. I really don't know what to say about that. I mean, they'll get another unit in there, probably a bit weaker, but if they get a new unit, then how am I ever supposed to get into that city if they're just gonna do something like that? All right. I'm gonna try and get into Bombay, like I said. But then the way I need to do it is like go in here. Ooh. Ha. All right. That is also pretty good. That should put them more on edge as well. Can't believe that it was just empty. I'm not complaining. It also means, well, I don't know where they're getting there. It probably goes all the way around. Yeah, it means that one of their MPP hubs or transport connection thingies is lost. So both good and bad things. Only problem is this as well. Like, to prevent them from getting in the city, I need to do even that, and I really don't like it. Let's just see if I need to also reinforce here. And I cannot snoop off units from any other place except potentially Hanoi. Where can you go? How far? Up till there. Yeah, that still opens me up. Let's attack though. Yeah, sure. Like, this is a very precarious position simply because they get supplies from Kunming. Like, not gonna lie, that's just straight up the problem. Let's try to actually get a few more troops in there. And There are still a few of these that I actually need to upgrade. And for the destroyers, that does mean also anti-submarine warfare. Right, so now I still kind of just need to guess what the AI might potentially be up to. These do need to go back though. So now I put all this strength here, and it just kind of seems like they had this unit over in that area. I mean, even now, the one thing that I can do though is just do a little bit of scouting. Doesn't seem to be doing that much. But without information as to what the enemy is up to, it's kind of operating blind. And I might just as well leave my fleet there. Like, I just don't know what to do. I can't really go south. I don't have the troops to try and take New Caledonia, for example. As much as I would want to do that. Nor do I have the strength to take either Wake or Midway. I don't even have the strength to do anything for the Japanese, almost. Let's also just not attack. Just can't believe I cannot move into Kunming. Well, let's just try and hold the river, I suppose. So we took care of that, then let's just try to spot some enemy units there. You cannot attack, just only right next to it. I guess in that sense we're pretty much done. Although, no. Let's switch these up. They're still in a pretty dangerous spot. No use attacking now. Weren't there. Ah. Yeah, it just means I gotta repair, but at least I've done my duty. Attacking them. You're not particularly useful there, but I cannot, I don't have the points to send them anywhere else. The Italian Navy is not going to do a whole lot either. I'm quite sure that they have this area jammed. But let's just see whether we can get this up out of the Mediterranean. With the Americans having blocked that, it's just it's no good, really. These things that are quite useless I'm not going to read. Warsaw Ghetto Rising. Yeah. Okay, so they put that 5 strength unit in there. Maybe I can leave one of my units to not attack and take it at that point. They can actually see it already. Fair enough. I wonder if they're gonna ship troops. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if the Russians are gonna ship troops into Persia. I personally, I don't know whether I would mind that, actually. Might give me more of a fighting chance in Russia itself over the mid to long, yeah, over the midterm. Oh, well, that's convenient. Huh. That is very interesting. Wonder if they're planning an attack against Guadalcanal. That does seem... That is how it looks like. Okay, fine, whatever. Yep, well, that's 2 carriers. Too bad. That's just out of nowhere. They just killed 2 carriers in the ports. Sure, that's a 4th carrier. Yeah, this difficulty level is pretty serious for the Navy. Like, I think that's really one of their biggest assets this way. And had I bottled up my Navy there, they would have probably just destroyed more. So it's not as if I can just have my Navy be very concentrated, because the AI can then just see my Navy and just wipe out everything in one blow. So then that is not a viable strategy either. Basically, I just need to defeat them on land, and that's where it stops, because it kind of feels that winning the naval combat on this difficulty level is near impossible. Maybe with safe scumming, but that's not really something that I'm willing to do. Okay, you're dead as well. Alright, well, I don't want to say the end is nigh, but it is not looking well. When the AI can pull off tricks like that, it... Gee... That really hurts. Can I just also please take Kunming at the very least? There's that again. Which is just not a good move. With a fighter, no less. Yeah, that is a real problem, because it does mean as well that Chongqing is now... It actually has a pretty big chance of being out of reach due to those units being in poor supply now. They were mainly being supplied by the HQ, but now that that HQ is gone, that is very problematic. Still happy with any turn that they are not invading, though. Definitely happy with something like that. Liberating France. Yeah, kind of. Not really. Not really. Okay. That's not the information I'm looking for. That is the information I'm looking for. They're still there. Just waiting. Given the proximity of any enemy forces to our homeland, the time has come to mobilize all our reserves. There are thousands of men serving in the rear areas in the Luftwaffe and Kriegsmarine who could be better used if formed into infantry units for the defense of the Reich. At a cost of 150 MPPs, at 50 MPPs a turn, we could use these men to form 4 Volksgrenadier Corps at Berlin. Doing so will raise our national morale by 5,000 points. Would you like to order the formation of these units? It is best to say yes. Sure. Are they garrison units? No, they're core units. Okay, that's not too bad. We're in the process of forming a people's militia, the Volkssturm, that will mobilize to defend the homeland as the enemy advance. For a cost of 50 MPPs at 25 MPPs a turn for 2 turns, we could provide the Volkssturm with better equipment and training so that its units will be better able to slow the enemy's advances into Germany. Doing so would raise our national morale by 2,500 points. Would you like to invest in improving the Volkssturm? The Volkssturm alone will not be able to stem the tide of the enemy's advance, but they will be more useful if we invest in their training and equipment, so it's recommended to say yes. Okay. Okay, well. So we get some more units and an army. And these are all Volksgrenadier Corps. Let's actually take a look whether they are different from normal ones. So soft 4, hard 1. And if I take something like this, properties, it's soft 4, hard 1. So they're not actually different. Okay, their supply is not as bad as I thought it would be. I will start actually with bombing nonetheless, despite the damage it will do to me, because I simply need them weaker already. Yeah, and I didn't get the damage there. Did 2 damage there, so that is nice. Okay, can you move in there now? Yes, you can. Excellent. That is very, very, very important, because not only does it take away supplies from a lot of these units there, I think it prevents them from deploying units there now, and does leave me in a much better situation. Okay. I don't need to destroy these units just now, but it means that my defense will be shifting quite a bit. First of all, let's repair you, and then I need to deal with a few of these forces because I cannot allow them to get further in there. That's only a 1-1 situation. You're gonna get pulled back. Can't believe it's only 1-1. Yeah, their entrenchment does play me part here. Let's attack though. Then move you in here. I'm much more interested in this rail line than in being up here. I need to get the supplies from this, and I need these forces to have very poor supply, I suppose, while I try to fight off whatever forces are here. You need to move up to block these two. And, I mean, this is a very crazy position to be in any which way, but I can't attack them because I'm also attacking across the river, so let's just hold Changsha for the moment. So, yeah, that should seriously hamper the Chinese, or it should hamper their situation even more. Although I would think that moving up is going to be very difficult regardless. Let alone finish them off entirely. Again, moving in there is just straight up suicide. They cannot pull off anything there. Okay, so I didn't attack with them, so I'm looking to reinforce. They already did their duty as well. At this stage I can probably at the very least keep that unit in Hanoi. Yeah, I actually need to pull them out, but I don't think the AI is going to be very likely to move in there. They're at reasonable supply for the moment. I found it interesting what happened there as well. Okay. Took the oil fields. I don't want to attack across the river. So I'm just moving in through there. Taking that and moving further up. Let's just reinforce you for now. Supplies will be very poor. So that will be kind of hard to manage, I suppose. Yeah, just like I'm definitely blocked there now. Well, I'm loading up on supplies as well. My main problem is if they break through there, then I'll be in trouble. I can, try to move to Tabriz. I don't see them moving through the mountains, though. And they did actually move a garrison in there. Interesting. Need to start reinforcing that as well, but this will give me again some more MPPs also over the long term, something I definitely need. I suppose at the very least I'm already happy enough to still be able to reinforce these with the Italians, even though it is costing all their MPPs. Now, that does allow also the Spanish troops to move further back, so I can repair those in due time as well. I don't think there's a reason for these bombers to be here at all, so I'll be moving them back to Italy. Definitely not looking like it's worth it to remain in that position there. Yeah. Okay. About this position. I guess the fact of the matter is that I just straight up cannot get more points than them. Yeah, you know what, let's just at the very least do everything we need to do here with the Japanese. So they already got me here. 2 of these were destroyed. I don't particularly see how I'm gonna protect any of this. I suppose I can move further back, but if I cannot detect the AI but they can detect me, that is going to be a big problem, and it might take them a while before they get through all the islands, but eventually I guess they're gonna get me, and the Americans at least. So I would need to also prepare the home defenses if I have a chance, but I need to get some transports out too. So I hope to at least get these guys to the Dutch East Indies. Whether that's wishful thinking, I do not know. Abyssinia Corps. Why can you not fortify? This cost points to fortify? I wouldn't think so. Well, let's get you to Naples. Maybe I can start building defenses there. I would like to hold on to Rome when the time comes. Anyway, let's just repair a few planes for now, and then we'll see later what might be the appropriate approach. I think at least destroying that army, moving into Königsberg would be decent. I need to straighten out my lines too, and I might actually have to abandon those positions. I mean, yeah, let's at least get them. So, I'm not saying it's the first time they're actually on German soil, but it's looking quite precarious out there. Like I said, I need to make some form of good line at the very least. This is mediocre. Yeah, you don't have the MPPs either, which means another gap in the line. Alright, I was gonna continue with the Japanese here. What am I doing? Let's still see if they have a unit in Madras. They do. The problem here is that if they transported some troops there or there, they can enter Bombay immediately. So even though it does take away some points from them and give them to me, it's a pretty costly way of doing things. Well, I guess you certainly need to get out of there. Although, I would wager they can see this with that. So, I'm definitely pulling back my fleet towards the closer regions. Well, I suppose I do hope to make a stand while potentially expanding my position in China, potentially. And then there is still a bit of, there's still a bit of room for upside there. Trying to clear this out when their supplies are getting really poor, which I imagine they would be now that we've taken Chongqing. I'm gonna keep these units in here though, as they will definitely delay the enemy, I think, by quite a while. That's the hope as well, of course. We'll see for how long. I'm gonna upgrade the garrison with infantry weapons level 2, which is obviously not amazing. Meanwhile, I guess for the Japanese, I can purchase another core and a second one. Thailand can get some core and stuff, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, so with that said and done, let's go to Germany. First of all, I need to get these guys in a bit closer. Let's get the garrison to move there and the army to move into Paris. Next up, I need to upgrade all the corps with at least infantry weapons level 2. I don't think they need mobility, that's very expensive. But if I can at least do this, then they might still be a marginally valuable asset in dealing with the enemy. Over time, that is. Not necessarily now. But we'll see. I really liked this line, but it seems like the AI is just too powerful for me to hold it. Let's just see how much lower they get this way. Not by a very large margin. I'll actually pull you back. Holding here, I think, probably also very critical. They do seem to have a large number of units coming in there, very dangerous. I'll see whether, like, this is 5, but they cannot kill them. So it might potentially be worth it to follow up. Let's set you to escort. And then, oh, no, come on. Seriously, I did, that's a total waste. Gee, great misclick. Can I deal no damage even? Ay, ay, ay. Well. Okay, so they have another tank. They had a heavy. They're very or much more likely to just repair this. I would think maybe. Okay, let's at least harm these guys a bit as we also pull these guys to the other side. So they're... yeah, let's move in here. So that still does not give me either Vinitsa or Zhytomyr, but yeah, actually it doesn't really help me that much at all. But I need to shift some forces further up north and try to hold the line there. I guess it's better just to repair you. They're not in the greatest of positions. And putting them to 5 also at least means they're very likely just to go and repair. These guys are at 7. They're already gonna move further in as it is. I mean, at the Oder, there's a new defensive line. Might it come to that? But I don't expect that to come that soon. And with those 4 new core, I mean, it's gonna cost me quite a bit, but that might still, yeah, potentially help some. I have no units to send to Finland. Which is also pretty close to collapsing. I mean, just be honest. If I pull back, I think I can still repair after that, right? Yeah. And then if I can move you into Helsinki, at least it would make it a little bit tougher for them to attack there. So that would help out, I think. Yeah, that's not too bad. But we could potentially see them fall within the next couple of months, or maybe they can hold out till 1944. That would be neat, but I don't particularly expect that either. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this episode, though. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. A special shout out to my Patreon supporters: Poomnaround, TillySven555, Mandingo, Tomislav Trin, Swords, Dungeon Pastor, C Data, and Thomas B. Marshall. Take care, and bye-bye.